Welcome back to Just a Minute, Just a Mishnah. This Mishnah so the Nishmas, Freda Basrachal, the Schos of Yitzchak Ben Gila, and the Frost, Sir Basivish, the Fush Lema. So Maseches Gittin, Perak Tas Mishnah Yud, and Maseches Kiddushin, Perak Alf Mishnah Aleph. Which I'm going to be finishing Maseches Gittin, is starting the last Masechta of Seder Nashim. So Mishnah Yud, Beishamai Arim Loigarish Adam Masishta Elam Kain Matzabad Dava Erva. Beishamai says a man cannot divorce his wife unless he finds some kind of davar erva, which is like she was acting with preachers, she was acting immorally, so then he's allowed to divorce her. Shenema kimotza ba'erva stava, because it says in the pasuk about divorcing your wife, that it says imotza ba'davar erva, you find davar erva, so then you divorce her. Kimotza ba'erva stavar, ubesil aimrim afil hikdicha. Tavshilai, Beishal says even if she just burnt his food, he's allowed to divorce her. Shinama ki matza ervas dava, because Beishal says that the pasuk actually means ervas, which is davar erva, and then davar, which is saying or anything else. Rabbi Kiva says even if he decides he just wants to marry someone else, he found a nicer woman, so even over there he's allowed to divorce her. Because it also says in the pasuk if she doesn't find favor in his eyes, so according to Rabbi Kiva, also there he would be allowed to divorce her. So like Maseches Gittin. Now we're going to start Maseches Kiddushin. So we're talking about Kiddushin mainly. So there's two types of marrying, not two types, there's two stages: Kiddushin or Erusin, and then Nisuin. So it's typically referred to as engagement and wedding, but it's not actually what we refer to today as Kiddushin, because when after Kiddushin they needed a get to divorce. But they weren't allowed to live together until Nisuin. So when I say engaged, I mean like not engaged how we have it today, but where they were actually properly married, just they weren't allowed to live together. So Mishnah Aleph, for Isha Niknis Mishalish Drachan, there's three ways to buy a woman, meaning to be Makadisha, to engage her, V'kainas Atma B'shtei Drachim, and she buys herself, meaning she leaves her husband's domain in two ways. Niknis B'kesa B'shtara B'biyah, you can engage a woman using money, using document, meaning ksuba, or with bia, or by being with her, and then those are three ways of being Makadisha. Bekesef, B'shama Aymer, B'dinar, B'shav dinar. B'shama says that how much is money, you have to have either the amount of a dinar, which we'll see in a minute exactly how much that is, or the amount, or something which has monetary worth of a dinar. B'shal Aymer, Pruta, B'shav Pruta, B'shal says something which is worth a pruta, or with a pruta. V'kama hi pruta, how much is a pruta? Echa mishmayna be'isar italki, 1/8 of an Italian isar. V'kainas atma beget misabal, and she leaves her husband's domain either with a get or if her husband dies. Hayavama niknes bebiya v'kainas atma bechalitza or b'misay hayavam, and a yavama, a woman who has to do yibum, her husband. The only way to do yibum is either through bia or is only through bia. But then if she doesn't want to marry him, so she either gets chalitza, or if the yavam dies, so then she goes free. And those are these mishnayos.